Here to give the command, please welcome our Grand Marshal, Brian Hendricks.
Fans, help me get this party started. Drivers, start your engines!
Yeah, babe.
The fans on their feet in anticipation of the start of today's race. Green flag is in the air. We are off and rolling at Pocono. Clint Boyer to the inside, picking up a spot. Carl Edwards on point off of one.
Casey Kane's got trouble. He's way off the pace.
Casey Kane was great yesterday in practice.
Casey says there's something amiss in the drivetrain. It is vibrating violently on the 5 machine.
Carl Edwards grabbed the lead at lap 1 and was out front for the first 9 laps. Jimmie Johnson had had enough. He took over the top spot at lap 10, and it happened while we were away. Here's the replay.
And like Kyle mentioned earlier, listen, this early in the race, when you see somebody filling up your mirrors that much and that fast, it's stupid to fight him. Just, you know, he just backed off, let him go. He didn't lose a whole lot of time on the next position, which would be Earnhardt Jr. So he's still got a very good car, but I'm telling you, Jimmie Johnson, those guys have done their homework.
Kurt Busch inside of Kyle for 6th.
That wasn't much of a rivalry right there. Kurt just drove past him. Oh, this is a rivalry. Kyle comes back.
Now, when you don't give him a break, then it becomes a rivalry.
Then it becomes, but you know, here he runs him down and catches him, and there his brother wants to race him hard, and that's the way they race all the time. That's why it's exciting to watch Kurt and Kyle when they're anywhere close on the racetrack.
And here comes Brad Keselowski, who started 10th. I'm not sure I would stick my nose in the middle of that mess, but Brad may be trying to take advantage of a miscue from either Kyle or Kurt. And there's Brad.
Well, Jimmie Johnson making it look easy here this afternoon. A little stroll through the Pocono Mountains for Johnson. He's led 38 laps to this point. He said, I need a little help early in the run. Late in the run is when it comes to me. This is the same chassis he won with at Indianapolis last year. Hoping to get another win with it today.
Pit road was a busy place, perhaps too busy for Brad Keselowski.
Oh, wow, that was close.
Front row, Ryan Newman, Jimmie Johnson. Right behind him, Dale Jr., Carl Edwards, Matt Kenseth, Kevin Harvick on row 3. We'll see who grabs the top spot as they scream down into turn 1.
I think you're going to see those right sides work right here. Guys like Jimmie Johnson, these guys. They are fanned out behind him.
Yeah. 3 wide here. Hamlin in the middle. Montoya to his right. And on the outside, yet Kyle Busch. Actually, Hamlin on the inside, not in the middle there.
I'm not going to say this strategy is wrong because we still have 85 laps to go. But because they stayed out, it kept them out of a window of making 2 more stops. I think like everyone else will have to make, especially Brad Keselowski, who we've noted in that 2 car, he's been the last driver to pit. So by my calculations, Ryan Newman in the 39, he's going to have to be on pit road here in about the next 10 to 12 laps.
And here comes Ryan Newman. Scheduled green flag stop for him, Matt.
Some of the other Hendricks Chevys are about 7 or 8 laps away. Newman is on pit road. Matt Borland calling him in. Track bar adjustment for Newman. He was much more free this run, especially at entry into turn 1 and turn 3. Kelly Kellis came back over after several years at Hendrick Motorsports, back being a front tire changer at Stewart Haas Racing in the 39. He's away.
What a stint for Jimmie Johnson as he just walked them, left them on the racetrack and was saving fuel at the same time. He said, my car could be just a little bit better. It's a little too tight into 3 and into 1, but I am pretty good off the corner. So for Jimmie Johnson, it's just going to be an air pressure adjustment and 4 tires as they'll try to obviously keep the lead here leaving pit road, which I don't think will be a problem. A little bit of a slow stop. They'll lose a little bit of time, but will still be your leader.
Here comes Jimmie Johnson, once again flexing his muscles as he has all afternoon long.
And Jimmie doesn't have to force the issue. Obviously, he knows that Newman's got to hit pit road here in the next few laps. But, you know, Newman's been running good lap times. In fact, he stepped it up when he saw Johnson coming.
And here's a place where Jimmie just pulls out on him. But here's an opportunity where Jimmie could just ride behind him and save more fuel.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Jimmie Johnson back to the point.
He loses ground when everybody else says that's when I've got to make up as much ground as I can. Oh,
contact.
Around goes Montoya. Kenseth with him. This is in the tunnel turn. Kurt Busch able to avoid it. Caution is out as Gordon goes by. And the field scattering behind him.
Just tired. Boy, everybody did a really good job avoiding that mess.
This eliminates the fuel mileage.
Yeah.
Here's the replay of what happened over in the tunnel turn.
Montoya actually lost control of his car getting into it, and Matt was kind of he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. That was Montoya's fault right there.
It's like we talk about. So it's a give and take corner, and you've got to give a little bit. Montoya forced the issue.
Jimmie Johnson, the race leader, chooses the outside lane. Green flag back in the air. 24 laps remaining at Pocono. And look at him fan out as we head down to turn 1.
Junior's looking to the inside right here. Oh.
Stacked 3 wide behind him. That's Keselowski trying to get inside of Tony Stewart.
Definitely see the sense of urgency on that restart. This guy's got it like we've been talking about all day. Now's the time where you make hay. On these restarts, we got somebody else
Keselowski loose, and he saved it. So did Tony Stewart. Unbelievable save by the men who have won the last 2 championships.
Save, unfortunately, they're going to lose about 20 positions because of it. But
Dave Blaney around. And David Rudiman right there with him. And now we've got our 4th caution of the day.
I think a car just broke loose on him here. No, 43 got into it.
43 got up.
Yeah.
43 broke loose and got up just into his left rear quarter panel. Eric and Matt did a good job of avoiding that.
The pace car is off. Time to settle it in round 14 in 2013 for the Sprint Cup Series.
Boy, Biffle's right there.
Yeah, Junior got a good start right there, too. Wow.
That's like 7 wide.
And they're 43 wide going into turn 1.
Great restart for Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, Biffle's sitting in 6th or 7th about 5 or 10 laps ago. We were talking about having a solid day. Just put himself in 2nd spot.
Got around Dale Earnhardt Jr.
That's a great move.
Tony Stewart starting to make up some ground as well. What's up with Biffle, Chris?
Well, the Biff was talking big on the radio right before he went back to green. He was very excited that the caution came out, and he started telling his crew, hey, guys, watch this restart. I'm going to go big here, and I'm going to try and track down Johnson. And, boy, he went from 4th to 2nd like that.
As we see the white flag, less than a lap remaining for Jimmie Johnson into turn 1. Ryan Newman underneath Kyle Busch as they come off of turn 1 and head down the long pond straightaway. It's a nice battle for the final position inside the top 5.
Wow.
Kurt Busch trying to make it 3 wide at the tunnel turn.
He thought about it.
Newman completes the pass. Jimmie Johnson opened the season with a win in the Daytona 500. He's been consistent all year long. Got a victory at Martinsville in late March. His 3rd checkered flag of the year coming at Pocono. Jimmie Johnson does it today.
Well done, my man. Well done. You're on it today. Damn.